Chad, an African country that gained independence from France in 1960, is not unfamiliar with political instability, civil war, and rebel activity. It has experienced the rule of three prominent dictators, and while the election process mirrors democracy, authoritarian behaviors still plague the country. I spoke to Dr. Hannah E. Britton, a political science professor at KU who specializes in African politics. When asked how citizens continue to perpetuate the cycle of authoritarianism, she touched on Chad's free press and how it limits itself from being critical of the Chadian government. She also said the 2024 elections were considered to be democratic, but there are lingering questions about voter suppression, the murder of a key opposition leader, and using electoral rules to prevent other candidates from running for office, showing how the corrupt government prevents citizens from electing honest, libertarian leaders. After years of civil war centering around ethnic differences, climate change and scarce natural resources have led to an uptick in intercommunal fighting and displacement. Lake Chad was one of the largest lakes on the globe until climate change took away nearly 90% of its surface area. In addition to climate change, a series of coups in surrounding countries like Sudan and Niger have resulted in suffering and forced migration. Lake Chad is a source of livelihood for many, which also results in forced migration. Dr. Britton commented on this migration crisis saying, "Combine this with the fact that many are migrating into Chad to escape conflicts in their own countries, and the situation becomes even more complex. Increasing demands for fresh water across the region again are affected by the loss of Lake Chad." According to Refugees International, insufficient climate change attention and forced displacement of civilian populations have displaced 3 million people and left 11 million people in need of humanitarian assistance. Over 60,000 Cameroon citizens have sought refuge in Chad after violence ensued between farming and herding communities over scarce Cameroonian resources in 2021. Chadian authorities have done little to combat this issue by hiring armed herdsmen to use violence to protect grazing pastures and water points. Corruption in government, as we've seen in Rwanda and Haiti, for example, is just one symptom of a complex web of factors that lead to instability and humanitarian crises. I asked Dr. Britton how these issues can be addressed with an unhelpful government highlighting non-governmental organizations or NGOs. She replied, "NGOs are vital to addressing the immediate humanitarian crises caused by the loss of Lake Chad and the regional conflicts, both of which are displacing millions of people. What remains to be seen is if NGOs can tackle the structural global problems that are at the root of these conflicts." Climate change has caused Chad's most vital resources to disappear, resulting in unrest both politically and among civilians. Time is running out for the millions of people depending on peace, clean water, and a functioning democracy. Without global attention and strong leadership, the cycle of instability will only continue.